We take you on an adventure to one of the most pristine and beautiful places in America. If you've ever wondered what it's like to take flight at Point of the Mountain, Utah, you can find out. But this national treasure may soon disappear completely if a mining company gets its way. My colleague Bill Weir takes to the skies above a fragile world whose future is up in the air.
For the average adrenaline addict, there are countless ways to mock gravity. No shortage of flying machines to fall out of, or ramps to jump, or ledges to leap. But there are very few places a person can step off the earth and into the sky and stay there for hours. Very few places where land and air meet with such harmony, where a smooth ridge juts into clockwork winds so perfectly, both bird and human can catch a free ride with equal ease. And this may be the best such place in the world.
When I was a kid, I dreamed about flying all the time, and you'd have to run really fast and jump in the air, and you could fly. And here we can do that. We run really fast, and we jump and we fly.
You don't even have to run that fast.
That's true. You got wind. You don't even have to run that fast. How incredible is that?
It is called Point of the Mountain, Utah, and most days it sends a riot of colorful wings in the sky above the sprawling suburbs of Salt Lake City. Much the way scuba divers have the Great Barrier Reef and climbers cling to the rocks of Yosemite, this place has been a mecca for flyers ever since glider pilots trained here before World War II. And as glider sports took off, young generations of flyers earned their wings here, some finding spots among the world's best aerial stunts and aerobatic teams, others just dropping by to taste a new kind of freedom.
When you're in a wheelchair, you feel like you're in a wheelchair. In this, you're going to feel like all the other pilots out there. Being back in it makes me feel more like myself than a lot of other everyday things.
The director of sports and recreation for Paralyzed Veterans of America says this is only one of 2 places in the nation where members can safely train, and novices of all ages have flown from this spot.
I've taken from 1-year-olds to a 97-year-old lady, and to be able to go up and share free flight with somebody and hear them giggle and laugh and smile and cry is really special to me. And I love that, and I don't want to see it disappear.
Whoa, wait. Disappear? How and why would a mountain disappear? Well, that is a controversial question around these parts, and to get the answer in the most vivid way possible, I am offered a tandem flight with Bill Heener, one of the most accomplished glider pilots in North America.
I can't see what's going on behind me, but it feels exciting.
We rise over the neighboring houses and into the Utah sky with a burst of pure, uncut exhilaration.
Oh, yeah! Dang, this is great!
Welcome to my office.
But as we head towards the southern end of their park in the sky, the landscape between my feet suddenly changes from high desert scrub brush to bulldozed wasteland. And we look down on the reason for their concern, a mining company called Geneva Rock. Yes, in an ironic geological twist, this world-class flying spot sits on top of world-class sand and gravel, and Geneva Rock wants to take as much of it as they can get.
Was there a moment where one day you went up and said, wait a minute, those bulldozers are closer than they were last year?
Absolutely. It was March of this year. Bulldozers started pushing dirt overnight, and in a matter of 2 days, the end of that, the tip of the mountain was gone.
Jolted into action, the flyers began digging through public records and were stunned to discover that the mining company actually owns most of this land and plans to eventually bulldoze Point of the Mountain into a dusty pit, mining away their precious wind in the process.
We're just trying to raise awareness. If we don't do something about it, it will be gone before we know it.
But this little community of windwalkers knew it would be hard to rally outrage over a niche sport few people will ever try in a state with so much mining. But then came the dust. As Geneva Rock expanded their operation here, it kicked up tons of the stuff. And as Desiree's videos show, on a windy day, it can reach downtown Salt Lake City. Suddenly, this band of flyers found it a lot easier to gin up the support of their dust-covered suburban neighbors and the Utah physicians for a healthy environment.
In addition to the health consequence of inhaling these fine particles of dust, there's almost undoubtedly crystalline silica in that, which is kind of like inhaling microscopic particles of barbed wire.
That is a damning claim, one not yet proven by official air tests, and is one more reason to pay a little visit to the Geneva Rock mine.
Do you think your business gets a bad rap? I mean, no one's ever gone, oh goody, there's a gravel mine moving into the neighborhood.
Well, sometimes I wish I had a candy store, because I don't think people complain about candy stores, but...
That is Carl Clyde, and his grandfather started Geneva Rock back when Eisenhower started building highways. And over the years, his family helped turn mountains into skylines.
If you look at those buildings and see that skyline, here's where most of that came from.
It came from here.
It came from here. It is such a necessary business. When I see kids on the new skateboard park that we poured the ready-mix concrete for, and they're having fun, you know, that's their recreation.
But as the community grew closer to the mine, so did the chorus of complaints. 5 years ago, without admitting guilt, Geneva Rock was forced to cough up $1.7 million in fines and improvements after they were caught violating air quality standards. The company says they have not received a major infraction since. Clyde insists they are now going above and beyond to control the dust, including the use of precious water shot through giant sprinklers. And he says since his product is used in sandboxes on playgrounds and sand traps on golf courses, there is no dangerous silica to worry about.
It is a safe product. If it wasn't safe, all the government regulators that regulate our business, you know, they wouldn't allow us to run there.
But that is cold comfort for the Wind Riders. And when I show him their pamphlet, he confirms their worst fears.
It's just future property that we want to mine there.
You do want to mine there?
Yeah, we'd like to mine all our property, but you know, I support their sport. It's a very interesting sport. I haven't done it myself, but
you should try it.
But I like watching it. I'm probably not as courageous as you, I guess. But.
Now, if this were a movie, this is the part where the mining executive takes a flight, changes his mind, and everyone lives happily ever after. But for the moment, all parties await an official wind study with promises from county officials to find some solution in coming months.
I mean, isn't everything in life about balance? We have to be creative and find a way to work together, because it's a very special place. So, and once it's gone, you can't get it back.
The whole purpose of our organization is to hopefully get them to do a land swap or work out a reasonable land purchase price.
But if their proposal is that we'll swap you this land for some less desirable gravel pits,
we'd have to look at it.
You'd still think about it.
You know, it might be desirable. I don't know. I'll have to see their proposal.
You know, there's plenty of sky. You guys can fly anywhere. This is jobs. This is business in America. What do you say to somebody with that attitude?
I ask people that say that, do you like mountains? Because this mountain's about to disappear. If you like hiking or mountain biking, you should care about this mountain here. Because after this mountain, which mountain is next?